Newly unsealed documents name more than 150 powerful men with alleged ties to Jeffrey Epstein. And former President Donald Trump is asking the U.S. Supreme Court to put him back on the Colorado primary ballot. Good morning. I'm Corva Coleman from NPR News, and here are today's top stories. A federal judge in New York has released a trove of documents naming dozens of powerful men with alleged ties to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. NPR's Brian Mann reports the names include politicians, celebrities, and royalty.
Many of the names peppered throughout these documents had already been linked to Epstein. They include Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, the actor Kevin Spacey, and magician David Copperfield, among many others. The fact that these men are named in legal filings doesn't mean they did anything wrong or face criminal allegations. These documents also reveal new testimony that claims to paint a more detailed portrait of Epstein's secretive world, where women, some of them minors, were allegedly exploited, sexually assaulted, and raped. Virginia Giuffre, one of the women who says Epstein sexually abused her, said on social media that the release of these names brings more transparency and accountability. Brian Mann, NPR News, New York.
Former President Donald Trump is asking the U.S. Supreme Court to decide whether he is legally eligible to appear on Colorado's primary ballot. NPR's Carrie Johnson reports Trump is appealing a Colorado High Court ruling that disqualified him.
Lawyers for Trump say it's the first time in American history that judges would prevent voters from casting their ballots for a leading candidate in a presidential race. Trump says the issue's of paramount importance as the 2024 election season intensifies. The former president says judges are taking power away from Congress and the voters, and that the 14th Amendment doesn't apply to Trump or what happened at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington, which has sued Trump in several states, says the issue is about the plain text of the Constitution and the law is on their side. Carrie Johnson, NPR News, Washington.
House Speaker Mike Johnson and dozens of congressional Republicans visited the southern border in Texas yesterday. They're demanding that President Biden do more to stop migrants from entering the U.S. illegally. Senate negotiators met yesterday to work on an immigration bill. Independent Senator Kyrsten Sinema of Arizona says she is committed to securing a deal.
Our job is just to try and get to an agreement on a package that is reasonable, that is workable, and that actually solves the problem.
But Republican negotiator, Oklahoma Senator James Lankford, says they're not that close.
H.R. 2 is a great bill, obviously, but I'm negotiating with a White House that vehemently disagrees and has already said they're going to veto that, and a Democratic Senate.
Complicating matters, conservative Republicans in the House say they plan to block a separate government funding bill unless they get the immigration bill that they want. So the federal government could soon face another potential shutdown. Separately, the chair of the House Homeland Security Committee says the members will take up impeachment articles against the Homeland Security Secretary next week over the border. This is NPR News.